Happy Tuesday, beautiful souls, wherever you are on this phenomenal planet. Looks like today on Shift Your Thinking Tuesday, I have turned the O'Hare Airport in Chicago to my studio. And you know how I feel about commitment and consistency. We are now episode 55. Hi, hello, welcome. Jump in the chat box, say hello. Be sure you're subscribing to the radio podcast everywhere. I'm sleepy, hungry, happy, tired. It's been an amazing week from conference in Atlanta to receiving awards in Chicago here at the Standard Club. So just wanted to say hello, 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 and I'm grateful, I'm thankful. Thank you all who continue to support me. And for those of you who are new to the show, Shift Your Thinking is where we transform our inner experience to a phenomenal outer experience for 13 minutes of our time. We do it together. We connect, build, and share, and do amazing things. So welcome, 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 welcome. I love that we continue the series with synchronicity. So we're on episode 55, and I'm calling it Two Heads Must Be Better Than One. And if you are following along with the book, and again, I'm doing the ebook today because I left my book at the office. So I'm in the section that says, if you put the right heads together, you'll come up with one incredibly brilliant brain. I like that, especially because the company that I'm with, we're called Team. I've learned so much with having a great business partner. Shout out to Hugh Williams. Also, the team that helped me with Real Estate 100 Youth Foundation. Shout out to Kelly, Lewis, family, friends, all the people that you don't see, but that are very integral to the momentum. Anthony Lee, of course. So yeah, team. Two heads must be better than one, especially when you're feeling a little bit tired and overwhelmed. You want to make sure that you have an accountability partner, someone to support you and move you forward. So let's jump right in. The author says it's either team, T-E-A-M, the acronym spells or means together everyone accomplish more. Together everyone accomplishes more, or he says, together everyone's a moron. So are we winning or are we losing? We win together, we lose together. He says it's quite strange, but the older we get, the more we realize how much we don't know. Anybody new to that? Knew that concept that the older we get, the more we realize, gosh, I don't have this all figured out after all. Interesting. I may not have this all figured out after all. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. You know, and actually, we just want to take a moment here because here's what I learned. I really love having the captions on here. And I said this the last time. It makes it easier for those of you who are following along to know what segment we're on. And seeing that we're on 55 already. Remember, by the time we finish this series, we will have completed 200 episodes. So hang in there, you guys. We're doing amazing. I'm feeling amazing. And I've already done a couple shows from airports across the United States. So this is pretty cool to me. I've already turned a couple airports into my studio. So let's see, 55, boom, there it is. I'm feeling good about that. Let me just pop this up on the screen, taking care of the logistics. Ta-da! It looks good, and we're back. So he says, although we grow wiser every day, we also become more aware of our ignorance. He says we also become more aware of our ignorance in that superhero mentality, pun intended, especially because you know me as super agent, that superhero mentality, I can do it all, I know it all, is the thing of the past. And that's very true. That's why I just shout out my team, because everything you see new, I have an amazing, amazing team and support system. And those are the people that I've acknowledged as I received the awards, Author of the Year, and now the industry award from the NAWRB for women in the real estate business and the housing ecosystem, or excuse me, in the housing and real estate ecosystem. So yes, my team, I keep shouting out because while I'm looking at the emails happening with clients and negotiations, encounters and offers and all this fun stuff that's happening, it's because of my team. I can be here while our clients are being serviced. Just think about that. For those of you who feel like you want to do everything on your own, there's so much more benefit when you have team happening, because you want to be working on your business, not in your business, for those of you who are entrepreneurs. So he says, just like our admiration for superheroes, he says, in today's world, leverage mindshare is the name of the game. I love that. Leverage mindshare is the name of the game. Leveraged mindshare is the name of the game. So true. So true. So true. Real intelligence, he says, isn't born out of as if it, so let me say it again. He says, real intelligence isn't born out of and if it is to be, it's up to me attitude. It comes from assembling the right team of minds, hearts, and hands to get a job done. Superhuman intelligence is about doing advanced work to make sure the team that is at the table will be exponentially more powerful than the total head count at the table. Listen to that. See, and I love that all these words he's talking about: superhero, superhuman, super intelligence. This is what I'm always sharing with you about activating your super you, right? Supernatural ability, your supernatural abilities, because you came here with a gift. You came here with a gift. You came here with a gift. Knowledge, products, services. You came here with a gift for the greater collective. Remember that. Remember that. I lovingly say that to you. I lovingly remind you. He says, but teamwork is a liability if it's not the right team. And without parts that are critical. Mm-hmm. If there's a breakdown in the assembly, you hear that? The result is failure by design. That means check your team. Check the team. Who's on the team? Effective brain trust. I love this. Brain trust, mind share. Effective brain trust is never about the quantity of heads, but the quality of heads at the table. Listen to that. Make a note. Note to self, Lisa. Effective brain trust is never about the quantity of heads, but the quality of heads at the table. So 2 heads must be better than 1, but just don't get any head. Just don't get any head. That may not work too well for you. Be selective, be discerning about who you're bringing on the team, because this is about your growth as well as theirs. He says it's about considering gifts, gift sets, experiences, personalities, records, and many other details that are unique to each initiative. Ignoring these details, he says, causes strife. I'm going to pause there while this machine passes behind me. You'll forgive me, right? You'll totally forgive me. I'm going to wrap this up. We're almost done. We've got 3 minutes to go. But as I said, we're in O'Hare and I'm committed. Boarding a flight back to LA. So as he said, we're going to wrap this up. He says, it's about considering gift sets, experiences, personalities, commitment levels, passions, track records, and many other details that are unique to each initiative. Ignoring these details causes strife, competition, chaos, and the quick demise of a team that should never have been infused. Note to self, note to self. Man, I'm so grateful. And you've got to do the checks and balances. You've got to do the checks and balances when you're talking about team building. He says it only takes one bad apple in a meeting to polarize a room. And I'm sure you can relate. How many of you can relate? It's just that one person that can sit in a room and just really set the tone in a very different direction, negative direction. And then on the opposite side, you can have that one person in the meeting that can just do something amazing for the whole group. Goes both ways. He says, assembly the right team is in the discernment and care. See, I mentioned that word discernment. In the discernment and care it takes to do it well. And if you think about it, the largest and most successful organizations in the world are comprised of one big, well thought out team. I like it. So I'll leave you with this as we wrap this up. Two heads must be better than one. However, it's not about quantity, it's about quality. So this week, activate your superhuman, your super intelligence, your supernatural, your superhero abilities to discern who you're bouncing ideas with and off of. You know the good old saying, iron sharpens iron. All right, you guys, that is my time. Have a powerful and productive week. I'll see you next week. Be sure to connect, build, and share with me on all social media. Love you, love you, love you. See ya.